Hello, and congratulations from the 1972 charter class of the Medical College of Ohio. We are indeed fortunate to have had this opportunity to bring back memories over half a century. Hard to believe we're still here and enjoying life and medicine. There's a saying about memories that's in the book that was written about our class called A Community of Scholars. Times remembered are not lost, joys remembered are joys again. Our first class came from all over this country, and so did our faculty. We were housed in an old tuberculosis hospital. Our library was housed in broom closets and also in 2 laboratories that were built for our first class. We were 32 students to start, and now we have 175 physicians of the future. Dr. Archambeau and I were officers of that first class.
I felt so blessed and so lucky to be admitted to medical school, first of all, and then the very special blessing and experience of being able to do that in my hometown.
It was amazing. It was the most important thing I thought I could do in my life, and it turned out that that was true.
My most fond memory is looking around at my classmates and realizing that we made it. Most remarkable memory is that shortly after receiving our diplomas, as we're on the steps of the museum, my wife went into labor with our twins.
The one I remember about that day is that I was able to have my mother attend the ceremony. My mother, my mentor, a wonderful nurse, who always told me to respect the patient, and probably because she respected physicians so much, that may have been part of the reason I wanted to go to medical school. But there were very few female physicians at that time. In fact, I'm from the West Coast. At the University of Oregon Medical School, there would be 1 per 100 classmates in that starting class. To be able to say, as she always wanted me to say, my daughter, the doctor. That's a wonderful memory that will never go away.
I stayed here because of the deep family roots. Having gone to the University of Toledo, grown up in Toledo, I felt we had a family, and those roots were so deep and meaningful to me that I really had little interest in going elsewhere.
Being from the Pacific Northwest, I recognized it was a beautiful countryside, oceans and mountains, and when I first came to Toledo, I looked for a mountain, but I didn't find one. But what I found here was something much more important, and that was a class of people, as I said, from all over the country, and who became friends as we struggled through, and they struggled with us too. A brand new medical school, brand new faculty, not that they weren't, some of them very even renowned teachers, but they hadn't had a very first class of medical students. I will say that we did some unusual things that now have become quite prominent in the practice of medicine and healthcare. And that is, they packed us in vans, there weren't too many of us, 32, to go downtown in the alleys of Toledo and count the number of rats in the alleyways. Now, we thought that was rather strange at the time, but it was maybe 8-10 years later, was very involved in public health and on the Board of Health. And so when I saw that we were looking for a grant to get rid of rats in Toledo, I recognized, well, they were right on it. Those were part of the social determinants of health that you see in every magazine and almost every article about medicine. Listening to those people who are underserved and seeing our students help those who are underserved by running a free clinic. But that opportunity is great.
My number one piece of advice is that years will fly. 50 years have disappeared unbelievably fast. Enjoy every day.
Keep your eye on the patient. And as been mentioned, keep your ear to the patient too. Make sure you give the time that they truly deserve from you as a physician.
From the class of 1972, Congratulations. That's okay.
My memory of that. Yeah, that would be fun.